Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we have an OP replay with commentary, baby. Yes, we have some commentary. I don't do these often, to be fair, replays with commentary, only for one reason, and that is time. I just don't get the time to add commentary to every single replay. But I've always said it, those that are really worth adding commentary to, I will. And seeing as I am adding commentary to this replay, you know it's going to be a scorcher. You know it is going to be a truly amazing replay. And that is exactly what it's going to be. This is how you play the E100. Just sit back, watch and learn, because this is exactly how you need to play this tank. It is a very good tank. It's a fun tank to play, but if you angle it wrong, if you don't angle it correctly, you don't take your shots for granted, you will get bullied. You really will. It's got a lot of weak points that many people or many tanks will be able to penetrate, but our guy right here, he is going to angle absolutely perfectly. He's already got one bounce, and just look at his angles. Yes, he's going to help using this E75 in front of him for just a little bit of cover, especially hiding sort of his drive wheel and a little bit of his lower plate, but he is going to, I mean, this is really is a truly amazing game. There's a few little things I would have done differently towards the end, but you know, you can't take that away from this guy. The battle that he has is probably the battle of his lifetime. So far, look at all these bounces. He isn't losing a single hit point so far, and he's up to 2,480 blocked damage. That is a lot of block damage. It really is. And he's on to just about 2,000 damage. So he's now up to 3,000 block damage. Hasn't lost a single hit point. And the thing with the E100, it has a lot of hit points. A load of hit points. And finally, he gets penetrated. He lost some hit points for the first time this match. After bouncing just over 3,000 damage, he gets penetrated. Because, you know, he slacked off a bit, wasn't angling correctly, and he paid the price. But still, so far, 3,000 damage, 3,500 block damage, and there is still a lot more of both to come. Not just a lot of damage, but also quite a bit of block damage. Now, it's always impressive to do so much damage with so much block damage, but yeah, if he wouldn't have angled this tank correctly, it would have completely been a different outcome. And yeah, so far it's a 5 versus 5, so anything can happen at the moment. Now, of course, you need, when you're in this kind of situation, you have to pick your tanks out wisely. If you want to win and you want to get a lot of damage, you have to pick your tanks out wisely. Now, he is going for the 60 TP. He decided to drop down into this area here. Now, he could get rushed. He could get rushed from the enemy team. However, he does have a little bit of support from a couple of his teammates. Now, he's going to push forward. There is an E100 and there is a 60 TP there. They are losing on tanks. Now, these guys, the Tortoise is now being pushed by both the E100 and the 60 TP. So this is a perfect time for him to ignore the guys behind him and go for the 2 tanks that is in front of him to try and keep his Tortoise alive, because right now it is now a 2 versus 4. So the Tortoise unfortunately did die, but at least he managed to take out the 60 TP. So right now it's just him and the Yag Tiger. Now he is going to go for the Object 704, which is, well, he was going to go for the Object 704. He got very lucky with that ammo rack, because he wouldn't have been able to kill that guy with a one shot. When I was watching that, I was thinking, you know, you have to go for the Object 704. The Object 704 backed up. He decided not to expose the tank and just to go for the 50 TP instead, and it worked out because he got a beautiful ammo rack, and then after that does take care of the Object 704. So right now it's just him and the Yag Tiger versus the E75 and of course the E100. At this stage in the game, the E100 is now a one shot. He is hiding from the E75. Now, what he does here, he's on 7,000 damage. He's blocked 4,600 damage. He's got a decent amount of hit points left, but if the enemy played this right, they could still easily win this game. If the E75 pushes, takes a shot, the E100 can then get behind and take a shot as well. So they could easily, or they should be easily winning this game. Now, if I was this E100 in this situation, I would be trying to ignore this E75 as much as possible, and I want to clear the E100. He's the more dangerous target. He's the one with the high alpha, and a shot from him, if he has a massive high roll, I could potentially be a one-shot. Now, you can see he is trying to some extent to do that, but he's not going to push forward. He's not going to come out sideways. He's just hiding behind this rock, so he's only facing one tank, and as soon as the E100 pushes forward, just watch what he does. Absolutely amazing. Personally, I would have ignored the E75 to go and clear the E100. He decides to hide from the E100, not let the E100 get him because of this rock, and then just outplay the E75 completely. And now he's just going, I mean, at this point right here, I would be ignoring the E75. He's a one-shot. I would have then ignored the E75 to go for the E100, because the problem he's got now, yes, he's taken out the E75. Yes, he has taken a shot from the E100, but because he couldn't get up in time, by the time he comes out, the E100 would have reloaded. Now, he does get pretty lucky there. The E100 didn't shoot. But if the E100 had a high roll there, it could have been game over. Luckily for him, it didn't. He played it brilliantly. Just that tiny bit at the end, I would have changed differently. But then, if I changed it differently, I probably wouldn't have got 6,600 block damage and 9,200 damage. Absolutely well played. Bravo. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.